This lesson shows how to solve linear systems by graphing. To solve a linear system by graphing, begin by solving each of the equations for the y variable. That is, convert them to slope-intercept form. X plus 3y equals negative 9 is equivalent to y equals negative 1/3 x minus 3, and 2x minus 3y equals 0 is equivalent to y equals 2/3 x. Then graph each equation. The first equation begins at negative 3 on the y-axis and goes downhill with a slope of 1/3. The second equation begins at the origin and goes uphill with a slope of 2/3. The solution to the linear system is the coordinates of the point where the two lines intersect, the point negative 3, negative 2. Before moving forward, however, you need to understand why this is true. Remember, the graph of an equation is a picture of its solutions. For example, here's the graph of the first equation. One of the points on the graph is 3, negative 4. If you substitute x equals 3 and y equals negative 4 into the equation, you get 3 plus 3 times negative 4, which is 3 minus 12, which is negative 9. And you can see the coordinates of the point are solutions to the equation. And it's not just this one point, but the coordinates of the infinite number of points on the line are solutions of the equation. So if this graph shows the solutions of the first equation, and this graph shows the solutions of the second equation, the point where they intersect shows a solution common to both equations. The coordinates of the point where the graphs intersect are solutions to both equations, which is the solution to the system. Now, that was the general theory. Here are the details. Begin by converting both equations to slope-intercept form. For the first equation, subtract x from both sides for 3y equals negative x, negative 9. Then divide both sides by 3. Negative x divided by 3 gives negative 1/3 x. And negative 9 divided by 3 gives negative 3. And the equation in slope-intercept form is y equals negative 1/3 x minus 3. For the second equation, subtract 2x from both sides for negative 3y equals negative 2x. Then divide both sides by negative 3 for y equals 2/3 x. Then graph both equations. For the first equation, begin at negative 3 on the y-axis with a slope of negative 1/3. That's down 1 and over 3 to a point on the right, and up 1, back 3 to a point on the left. Then draw a line through the points. For the second equation, the y-intercept is 0. Begin the graph at the origin with a slope of 2/3. That's up 2 over 3 to a point on the right, and down 2, back 3 to a point on the left. Then draw a line through the points. The solution to the linear system is the point where the two lines intersect. Be sure to check the solution in each of the original equations. For the first equation, substitute x equals -3 and y equals -2. Then 3 times -2 is -6, and -3 minus 6 is -9, and the solution checks in the first equation. For the second equation, substitute x equals -3 and y equals -2. Then 2 times -3 is -6, and -3 times -2 is +6. Then -6 plus 6 is 0, and the solution checks in the second equation. To summarize, to solve a linear system by graphing, convert each equation to slope-intercept form and graph. The coordinates of the point where the lines intersect is the solution to the linear system. Always remember to check the solution. This lesson showed how to solve linear systems by graphing. And this lesson was brought to you by the Math Fun Academy. Its continuing mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new math and new equations, to boldly go where no math student has gone before.